This is Chris Medeiros. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Medeiros. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. It'll all be down there in the description box, both my TikToks and all that. So yeah, I'm here to do my AEW Dynamite December 7th of 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about AEW Dynamite now. We kick off the show with the first match of the night. It was the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale, where we had a bunch of people in it. Ricky Starks was in it, Ethan Page, Matt Hardy, Dalton Castle, Jungle Boy, just a bunch of people, Brian Cage and all them was in it. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it now. We ain't going to be talking about like everybody's elimination or nothing like that, but we'll talk about the big ones at least. So, at one point, we got Orange Cassidy. They got eliminated by The Blade as well. So yeah, he was in this match. I forgot to mention him. Jungle Boy, he actually eliminated... well, actually, I forgot who Jungle Boy eliminated, but eventually after he eliminated... I think it was Lee Moriarty, I think. After he eliminated him, he gets eliminated by W. Morrissey. He wasn't in the match, but he was outside at the ringside and all that with Stokely Hathaway for Ethan Page. So yeah, W. Morrissey hits a big boot onto Jungle Boy while he was hanging on the top rope and stuff. So yeah, he got eliminated. And then there was just many more eliminations after that. And at one point, we actually see Dalton Castle about to get eliminated by Brian Cage as well. And Brian Cage kept on knocking him off the apron. The boys kept on catching Dalton Castle and keep on putting him up there. Up until Brian Cage had enough of him. Got him back into the ring and just threw him onto the boys, eliminating Dalton Castle. Brian Cage got eliminated as well. But then we get to the final three. Ricky Starks, Matt Hardy, and Ethan Page. Of course, Matt Hardy's working with Ethan Page at this point. Ethan Page turned his back while Matt Hardy was trying to hit the twist of fate onto Ricky Starks, but Ricky Starks grabs him by reversing it and throws Matt Hardy over the top rope, eliminating him. It only left Ethan Page and Ricky Starks, both of them going at it and stuff. But then there was a cool moment where we see Ricky Starks hitting a nice-ass tornado DDT onto Ethan Page, and then he was setting up for the spear, but Ethan Page moved out of the way, and Ricky Starks hit the turnbuckle, and then he gets hit with a big roundhouse kick upside the head. Ethan Page then picks him up for like a power slam and tries to run him over to the top rope, but Ricky Starks reverses it and brings him over with him, eliminating Ethan Page, and Ricky Starks won the match. So yeah, Ricky Starks won the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale. So next week, not only he'll be taking on MJF for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, but he'll be taking him on for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. So yeah, both of those are at stakes for next week's match. And then as soon as the match ended, MJF comes out and he starts cutting a promo. And MJF was cutting a really, really good promo. He came out cutting a really good promo. Of course, hating on the fans and Ricky Starks. He called Ricky Starks, he want to be Dwayne, like a Dollar Tree Dwayne or whatever. Which was pretty funny. He says, we'll now consider you as the Pebble, since you like to steal people's gimmicks and stuff. And he said, what I'm going to do with you, little Pebble, is put you in my pocket, carry you down to the lake or whatever, and just, skip you away all the way down to NWA, where you belong on YouTube. So yeah, that's what MJF said. And then Ricky Starks starts cutting a really good promo that, cutting a babyface promo. Like, MJF don't know what it means to work hard and all that. Ricky Starks had built a name for himself from going from YouTube, pretty much from NWA, to coming to AEW on live TV and stuff. So yeah, that's what Ricky Starks was saying. He was getting a really good promo, so go check it out. Both of their promos was really good. But at that point, MJF had enough of him. He hits a low blow onto him, kicking him in the nuts. And then MJF was waiting for Ricky Starks to get back up so he could hit him upside the head with a diamond ring. But then Ricky Starks ducks when MJF was trying to hit him, and he runs to the ropes, coming back with a nice-ass spear onto MJF, which literally knocked MJF out of his shoes. Both of his shoes came off his feet and went flying out the ring. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And yeah, really great segment after the match, and the match was pretty good as well. So yeah, with the match and what happened after the match, all that included, I'll give it all 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was pretty good stuff. But yeah, many more stuff later on tonight. We got Samoa Joe defending the TNT Championship up against Darby Allin up next. But not only that, up next we'll be hearing from Jon Moxley. So yeah, he will be talking about Hangman Adam Page up next on Dynamite. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, now before I talk about the TNT Championship match, there was one segment where we see Jon Moxley talking, and he was talking about Adam Page and all that, about him brawling with them, but then he starts talking about the Jericho Appreciation Society and Final Battle and all that stuff, and he's getting tired of the Jericho Appreciation Society, so he's going to deal with them, him, Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta. So yeah, that's what Jon Moxley said. But then we get to the next match. The TNT and Ring of Honor television champion Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin 1-on-1 for the TNT Championship. And this matchup was a pretty good one. Darby Allin got messed up a lot in this match. Like, literally a lot. At one point, he was trying to do, like, a freaking torpedo dive at Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe casually walks away. And Darby Allin, like, freaking flipped and smacked the shit out of the ground. And at one point, Darby Allin actually exposed the mat. So yeah, Samoa Joe exposed the concrete at one point and just slammed Darby Allin on it like he was messing up Darby Allin. But then we get to the very ending of this match where Darby Allin starts taking control, knocking Samoa Joe off the top turnbuckle. He's up there already on the top turnbuckle, jumps off with the coffin drop, but as soon as he jumps off with it, he lands right into the Coquina clutch by Samoa Joe and gets pinned for the 1-2. Well, actually, he tapped out, so yeah. He didn't even get pinned. He just tapped out. Well, he didn't even tap out. He just passed out. So, yeah, Samoa Joe defeated Darby Allin tonight and retained the TNT Championship. That's what happened. Pretty good match, though. Darby Allin just got messed up. And then after the match ended, Samoa Joe walked up to Darby Allin. Darby Allin pushes him. And then Samoa Joe hits a headbutt onto him, laying him out. And then grabs that skateboard. And he actually puts a skateboard onto his back pretty much. He lifts up Darby Allin and then hits the muscle buster onto Darby Allin, onto like the skateboard, like with the wheels part. So yeah, laying him out, and then he locked on the Coquina clutch after that, making him pass out again. And then Wardlow comes running down, making the save, chasing Samoa Joe out of the ring. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good match though between Samoa Joe and Darby Allin. I'll give that match 3.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. Darby Allin like literally got so messed up in this match, really messed up. But actually, I'll just give this match 3 stars. But yeah, it was still a pretty good one. Go check it out. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, we see Tony Schiavone interviewing Orange Cassidy and Kip Sabian. Orange Cassidy was like, "Do you want a All-Atlantic title match?" And on Rampage, and Kip Sabian was like, "No, y'all literally beat me down out there." And Orange Cassidy was like, "Okay, how about like an opponent of your choosing?" And Kip Sabian walks away. So it looks like Orange Cassidy will be facing whoever Kip Sabian chooses for the AEW All-Atlantic Championship. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, later on tonight we'll see the AEW World Tag Team Championships being defended by the Acclaim. They will be taking on FTR later on tonight. Not only that, we'll see the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Jericho Appreciation Society up next in a tag team match. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, now we go with the next match of the night. It was a tag team match. It was Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta with Jon Moxley, the Blackpool Combat Club, versus Jake Hager and Daniel Garcia with Sammy Guevara, the Jericho Appreciation Society, in a tag team match. So yeah, it was a pretty good match and everything. It ended up pretty good. At one point, it looked like Claudio was about to win when he hit that swing onto Jake Hager, and then he hits a vicious clothesline onto him, pins him 1-2, Hager barely kicking out at 2. But then when he was trying to springboard off the second rope for that European uppercut, Sammy Guevara jumps up there and grabs him by the arms and stuff and wouldn't let him go. And then Jon Moxley had come up grabbing Sammy Guevara by the leg and knocking him off the ring apron and stuff, helping out Claudio, and then Claudio springboard off of there, but then gets caught and then gets slammed by Jake Hager. But eventually, at the ending, Jake Hager locks on the ankle lock onto Claudio, trying to make him tap out. Wheeler Yuta was trying to save him at one point, but then Daniel Garcia comes in there, locking on the sharpshooter onto him. So both of them trapped in the submission hole. So what Claudio had to do was he turned around pretty much while he's still in the ankle lock and rolled over, pretty much running Jake Hager into Daniel Garcia, breaking up the sharpshooter as well after he broke the ankle lock. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then Jake Hager turns around. He gets hit with the European uppercut by Claudio, and then gets pinned for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta defeated Jake Hager and Daniel Garcia tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. Pretty good match. Go check it out if you haven't yet. For that match, I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it really good tag team match. But then after the match ended, Jon Moxley comes in there celebrating with them and all that, and then Tony Schiavone comes down and he says he got a video to show them from a clip from a few weeks ago that he recorded with William Regal. And we see the clip and Tony Schiavone's interviewing William Regal, and Regal was pretty much explaining his actions of like why he turned his back on the Blackpool Combat Club, and he says that he's Blackpool Combat Club until the day he dies and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Regal was talking about, and he says that the only reason he done it was because they could pretty much he knew that they didn't need him no more, but eventually like he had to force his way out of it so they could go without him and stuff like that. So he said pretty much he tried to teach them how like have eyes in the front and the back of your head and all that stuff from stuff like that. So yeah, that's what William Regal was saying. Pretty good stuff. This will probably be the end of him because I think he's like done with AEW, so he'll probably be going back to WWE maybe. But we gotta see what happens. So yeah, that's what happened there. And Moxley was talking. He says, they gotta do what they gotta do pretty much, and they challenge everybody. So yeah, that's what Moxley said. He said he's going to go on Rampage and challenge anybody there, and then Claudio's going to beat Jericho and win back the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship at Final Battle and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what he was saying. But yep, and then after that we see the House of Black pretty much talking the video package, pretty much declaring war against anybody. So yeah, that's what happened there as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, before I talk about the 6 women's tag team match, we got to talk about one segment where we see Tony Schiavone having like a sit-down interview with the AEW Women's Champion, Jamie Hayter, and Jamie Hayter pretty much saying that anybody could come after her for the women's title, whatever, she don't care. She'll be that reigning, defending champion and, keep the title and all that around her waist. So yeah, that's what she was saying. But then we get to the next match. It was the TBS Women's Champion, Jade Cargill, Red Velvet, and Layla Gray, the baddies, versus Kiera Hogan, Madison Rayne, and Sky Blue in a 6 women's tag team match, and it was an okay match. Everybody's going at it and stuff. Jade Cargill actually hit like a vicious choke slam onto Kiera Hogan at the end of the match, but then Kiera Hogan finally tagged in Madison Rayne, and then Madison Rayne gets hit with Jaded by Jade Cargill and got pinned for the 3 count. So yeah, the baddies defeated Madison Rayne, Kiera Hogan, and Sky Blue tonight in the 6 women's tag team match. That's what happened for that match. I'll just give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. But yeah, it was okay, or whatever. But then, after the match ended, we see Saraya get interviewed backstage by Tony Schiavone, and then Britt Baker comes up and interrupts her and says, here's some tickets so you could watch me be the star that I am and watch me perform and do my best out there on January 11th. So here's some tickets for the show. So yeah, that's what Britt Baker said. And they was kind of getting into it a little bit. But it looks like we ain't done with that feud yet. But yep, that's what happened there. And up next, we're going to be seeing the main event. It will be the Acclaim versus FTR up next for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Up next in the main event of AEW Dynamite. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was the main event. It was the AEW World Tag Team Champions Max Caster and Anthony Bowens with Billy Gunn at ringside, the Acclaim, versus Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, FTR, which are the Ring of Honor, AAA, and IWGP World Tag Team Champions as well. And they was taking on, those two teams was going against each other for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. And it was a pretty good main event. It was going back and forth multiple times. At one point, it looked like FTR was going to pick up the win when they ran Max Caster's shoulder first into the ring post, and then they hit the big rig onto him. Dax pins him 1-2. Anthony Bowens breaking up the pin at the count of 2. FTR starts taking control at the end of the match. they threw Anthony Bowens out. They had Max Caster on the top turnbuckle. Cash Wheeler was on the other side of the turnbuckle. Dax Harwood was about to hit that suplex onto him, and then Cash will hit the splash onto him. But then Anthony Bowens comes up and, they push Dax off the top turnbuckle outside the ring. And then Cash Wheeler jumps off the turnbuckle and he gets caught, and Anthony Bowens hit his move onto him. And then Max Caster was on the top turnbuckle already. He jumps off with a mic drop, but Cash moves out of the way, and Max crashed and burned. And then both of them was going at it, Cash Wheeler and Max Caster. At the ending, we see Cash Wheeler laying in some clotheslines onto him, picks him up, hits a powerbomb onto him, and he was trying to roll him up for a pin. And he was trying to flip over for him with the pin, but Max Caster rolled him up for the 3 count. So yeah, the Acclaim defeated FTR tonight to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships. That's what happened. Really good match. For that match, I'll give it 4 stars as well. Give it a really good match. That was match of the night for me right there. But then after the match ended, we see Austin and Colton Gunn, the Gun Club, appear, and they say, oh, they got a few Christmas presents. And it looks like there was a thing that says, from them boys, the Briscoes and stuff, and they challenge y'all, FTR, for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships at Final Battle in a double dog collar match. So yeah, it looks like a final battle. It will be the Briscoes versus FTR for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships in a double dog collar tag team match at Final Battle. So yeah, that's the match set up now. Pretty good stuff. But yeah, for tonight's AEW Dynamite, I'll give it 7.5 stars. It was a pretty good episode. I really liked it. Really good stuff from MJF and Ricky Starks from earlier. Great main event and stuff. The TNT title match was pretty good. And yeah. But yeah, that's been my AEW Dynamite December 7th, 2022 reviews. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Medeos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. It'll all be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later until this Friday's Friday Night SmackDown reviews. See you guys later until then.